What's up, everybody? How we doing, fellas?
Doing great, doing stellar.
What are we sipping on over there, Steve?
I'm keeping it really basic tonight, but also I have a big announcement for the fans.
Oh.
89 Cavs is sponsored by who else? White Claw, baby.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
No, let me stop fucking around.
I was like, hell yeah.
2020 all over again.
You know what's crazy, Mike? Me and Justin, we was playing at the rec. It was pretty fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, yo, Justin tried to catch you with the little CP3 behind the back.
Oh, little in
And the shit went whoop, 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 bop. Y'all was like, hell no, you not catching me this early with some bullshit like that.
I gotta say, homie Spumoni, who's in the chat right here, he actually messaged earlier. He was like, we need to get Justin and Steve in the Discord, and then we need to set up a game in New York. He's like, I will roll through the game in New York.
I'm with it. Justin was balling. I was balling too, but Justin was really balling because he had on a flannel and some sweatpants. I was in like a t-shirt and some shorts. You know what I mean? I was doing all right for someone in athletic wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Justin was coming from some lumberjack shit. Like
Hey, look, I had to come back to Williamsburg with the uniform on.
Yeah. You never know when someone's gonna ask you for a one-word suggestion. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. So while you guys were playing ball, can I tell you what happened to me today?
Oh yeah.
So I've been living in New York for just over 7 years now, which is wild when you say that out loud because I still don't have representation, but that's a different complaint. I had my laundry jacked today. My laundry was stolen from a laundromat, and what's messing me up is I know who it was.
Wait, what?
So so when I got there this morning, and for anybody who doesn't live in a city right now, they're like, I can't even compute how this happens. But I get there this morning, I put it in the wash, and it was next to this guy who had a couple of washes going, and he was like, yeah, these are taken. And I was like, oh, this one right here. And he's like, yeah, I guess that's not taken. And I was like, okay, I don't know why we're pissed about it, but like, okay, whatever. We start the load. I come back from the drop. I come back to move it over. There's nowhere to be found. And I was like, oh, that's so weird. And so I'm talking to somebody who works there. We're looking at everything in the dryer, like all the dryers. She's like, maybe it got mixed up or something. I'm like, okay, we find it. It's like someone combined two loads. Somebody combined, like must have thought it was theirs, put it in their dryer and like combine it into one dryer. So she has to go through, take all my shit out because I'm not allowed to touch it, take my shit out, and then we put it, and then I move it to a different dryer. Okay, so far, honest mistake. I can let that go. I come back 45 minutes later, dryer is empty. She was, as I walked in, the person who works there who helped me before was like, wait, you don't still have stuff here, right? And I was like, what? Yeah, of course. I was just here 45 minutes ago. And she was like, that same guy, he like took everything that was back there. And I was like, what? So I know who it was. And so I'm like trying to get a feel. I'm like, you have to have such a specific height, size, and like vibe or sense of style. Not like that I have style, but like that's such a specific thing to take, right? Like how are you going to use that unless you are 5'7" with a huge dong? You know what I mean? Like how is that gonna? I couldn't believe it though. I could not. And then I was like, oh, it'll come back. Like there's no way he's keeping that. Gone. She said he comes. She's like, he comes every Monday. He comes back every Monday. And even kind of said, yeah, that guy's kind of a dick. I'm like, yeah, there's such a difference between being a dick and straight up stealing. Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Was he 5'7" though? Was he 5'7"?
No, he was a little bit taller.
Damn, why are you jacking your whole shit? That's crazy. He has to just like stealing stuff. Like he has to have he's probably like a character on high maintenance or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I thought the story was ending after they took it out of the dryer. Like you gotta be some real scumbag. Also, shout out to that attendant who was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. I ain't paying attention to this shit no more.
I know.
Like, he was like, I did enough. Enough.
Honestly, it's the most interaction I've ever had with the laundromat employee. And
they were great. It feels like if you were already going into the level of just separating them out, you might want to keep an eye. But I guess,
I mean, I straight up moved it like 4 units down too. So he had to like go out of his way. And I kept trying to be like, oh, this has to be like a mistake. But if it was a mistake, Like you bring it back, right? Like you don't just say, "Oh, fuck it, I guess this is mine now," right?
Yo, can I ask what were you washing? Is it like
almost like every pair of underwear I own?
He's not
Like
getting that shit back.
it's like
Underwear is clutch, man.
I like
Underwear is clutch.
three or four pairs of jeans. Yeah, I get house, man. I gotta go fucking shopping. And this is like, so Adam, I gotta tell you, when I got home today after this happened, I wrote down my timestamp, like based on text messages I had sent. When did I leave to go to the laundromat? When did I come back? Because you bet your ass this semi-employed 37-year-old will be at the laundromat on Monday waiting to confront this man. Because I know what he looks like.
I've seen Mike bark off a bad foul call. Taking my laundry?
Hey, man.
He will run up on that man.
I want to know what the game plan was after he had my clothes.
All I want you to know is this Monday is Martin Luther King Day, which means I'm off, which means I have time, which means I could pull up to said laundry and give this man the hands, because I have a dream that my homie gonna get his clothes back and I might have to throw some hands. You feel me?
We're not even 7 minutes in, dog.
Keeping it $1.50. Some people need to get their ass beat.
I did not know Martin Luther King was going to get invoked there, but
hey,
that was crazy. I mean, I'm seeing some. Oh wait. Homie also said we got to pull up on him.
You see what I'm saying? Homie knows what it is. That's our homie. He knows what it is.
My God. That was crazy. Anyways, that was my day. I normally we get some hoop stories to tell, and I have been blinded by rage since like 3:00. It was so funny because in the moment I wasn't that angry, and as the day went on, I was just enraged. I was furious. I was like, that's so many pairs of jeans I no longer own, and I'm not out here. I don't have lots of jeans. Four jeans is the equivalent of 25 shirts. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's
4 jeans, bro.
Yeah.
Pandemic, I got blue and black. That's where I'm going.
That's it, bro. That's all you need. That ass.
It was unbelievable.
That's why. It wasn't anything super, I don't know, expensive, very, your special draws, anything, or is it just the inconvenience?
No, it's more inconvenient. You know what it is? I have go-to gym shorts, that I love. They're my favorite. I got 2 of them, and those both were gone. Yeah. This
wasn't on the rundown, but what NBA player do you think would do some shit like this? Because I feel like Pat Beverly.
Oh yes.
Laundry. And he's coming back to you, but I feel like he's still just a fuck with you.
Pat Beverly would return them afterwards, and he would say some really nice things about you in a press game conference. But
I feel like low key, this might be a wild one. I feel like Scary Terry will take some longer. He'll be like, "Fuck it, man. He don't really need that shit. I need that shit right now." You know what I'm saying?
I like that one. Vibe. I like that one because that's not the same Pat Bev energy. Terry Rozier is just I think I need this more than he does.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean?
He's not in the league, but a Gilbert Arenas would probably take it.
100%.
But he wouldn't give it back. He just take it and then never tell you and then get around you.
This is the right answer.
Yo, that's crazy because I was about to say that, but I thought that was like 2 on the dot, too much on the nail. You feel me?
Yeah. That is pretty good. I'm trying to think. It's got some real Facundo Campazzo energy. You know what I mean? I could see him. I could definitely see him doing that.
I know your day was bad and it's the start of the week, but the weekend was great. The weekend was great because do you know who's back on the court getting fucking money? That's right, my man Klay is back. 17 points. Come on, stop playing with me.
He's got a 100% approval rating, right? Nobody was bummed Klay was back, right?
Never.
Yeah, dude, he's so good, man. And now I feel like you guys got to come clean. Neither of you guys watched the Klay game, right?
I was watching Euphoria, so I did not get to see Klay come back. But there's gonna be other games. Sometimes you gotta watch Zendaya play a fiend. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good. That's good.
I was playing basketball, so I didn't see it, but I did watch the condensed highlights of the Warriors game on NBA TV. So I saw him. He got that little dunk. What's his name? Stevens. Who that dude?
Oh,
on the
Lamar
Cavs,
Stevens. Yeah.
Lamar Stevens, who I never heard of. Was like, sorry, brother, you about to be in a bunch of feel good highlight reels for
Forever.
the rest of your Clay's comeback game.
Clay's at the point right now, though, where, like, watching him run around, where I'm just concerned the whole time. Like, every time he gets the ball, or like his feet got tied up one time and he like tripped up, I'm like, oh no, like I'm like so nervous he's gonna get hurt no matter. Like his first layup, it was this aggressive take to the hoop. He comes like right down the lane and lays it in, and the whole time I'm like, how does his knee look? Is his knee okay? Can he jump off that? Is that like, oh, so nerve-wracking.
I don't know. This might be a bad question because they were playing the Cavs, and I don't think they have like Garland or Sexton. So I don't
They
really
have
know.
Garland.
They have Garland. Did Klay look all right on defense? That's what I'm really scared about. Is like because like people don't really be giving his defense enough praise, but he be putting the locks up. Did he look all right defensively?
He moved around fine. He didn't really get tested though, because he was who was he guarding? Because Okoro was out, and he's probably guarding Lamar Stevens. Actually, it was somebody like that. So he wasn't on Garland, I don't believe. So we didn't really get to see him move around too much, but he got up shots. I think there was it was like 20 shots in 21 minutes or something crazy. Like he was like catch and shoot right away, and he missed like his first 3 threes. So when that first one went down, it's beautiful.
And they're feeding him. They're like, it's your Klay. It's the Klay game. We're gonna give you every shot you want.
I got a question for you guys. So I don't know if you saw this, but Draymond had a rib injury or a core injury and had to miss the game, but he started the game. So he started, they tipped it, he fouled, and then they immediately subbed him out because he wanted to be back for Klay's game. Mm-hmm. Is that going too far? Is that too much for Dre, or do we think that was like that was because I can't tell. That's either like, oh wow, that's really sweet, he's glad Klay's back, he wants Klay, like, but it's also a game in January.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Klay and somebody did that shit for me, I'd be like, damn, that's really my brother.
Yeah.
If I was like a bench warmer on the Warriors and he did that shit, I'd be like, yo, this nigga's bugging. But you know what I mean? It's like there's two sides to it. But
yeah,
do I think it's like wild that Draymond did that? Absolutely not. I think it's cool. But
I had missed the announcement that they were doing it, so I was so surprised when it happened. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I love that they did that. And then like a few minutes passed, I was like, does that really matter? But I do. Yeah. I think it is nice too. I think I love it there.
It's nice. Also, does Draymond have a streak going or something? Do he got contract incentives? Because that is one of them. Like, hey, coach, this is gonna cost me something. I'm starting this game. I'm not playing. Lamar Stevens actually led the Cavs in scoring. So,
oh hell yeah!
There you go. That lets you know how it goes. But Klay he got a layup. He got that dunk. That dunk was wild.
That dunk was so nice.
It was nice. It was litty.
That dunk was so nice. Same thing though. Like he just came in so aggressive, and I was like, oh. But yeah, that was. Man, the Warriors is going to be scary. Like I know we were like, oh, once Klay gets back, and then when you see him out there, you're like, man, they just don't have any holes right now except for Looney, and it's like. If Looney's like your 9th best guy, who cares, you know?
Whiteside comes back eventually, and he's not great, but he's young, and he might be. Who knows? He's
not ass though. He's not ass.
Yeah. I mean, he's not bad. That's
right.
Yeah. He's just in his second year, not at the level yet.
Yeah,
so it could be a problem. Yeah. Look. Also, I think I'm jumping around, but we got to talk about. Did you see the Andre Iguodala missed dunk?
Yes. somebody in our Discord, I forget how they phrased it, but just I think it was a deep threat. He said like he got old right before eyes. So I forget how he phrased it. It was really good. If you're listening, Jason, throw that in the chat. But it was really good. It was perfect because it was like aging in real life. Like as he was in the air, it was like Grant Hill drink Sprite.
Yeah. Bro, that has lasted 30 years.
Right? And that's the only reference that, like, I don't have any other go-to references when missing a dunk like that. It's like, Grant Hill drinks right.
But he straight up like the takeoff looked crazy, and then like I think he was too excited for Klay, and then you see it, get it. Bro, he did that thing. Look, because I'm only 6 feet, and I could dunk in my 20s, like just a nice point guard dunk.
Yeah.
But when I would miss them, I would do that same thing. You get up there and you try to like turn it into like a runner layup thing. Like, if you're close to it, you can tell I didn't get nowhere near the rim. But if you're like behind me, it looks like, I just decided to do something else, or I kind of missed it.
Yeah.
But really, you're like a full foot away from their shit.
I think that's why the finger roll was invented. It was like, I'm not gonna get it. Let's turn it around.
I don't know if y'all ever seen this one. It's not about Iguodala, but this is one of this shit should be in the moment. But it was Syracuse playing, I believe. If it wasn't Cincinnati, it was St. John. No, I think it was Cincinnati. This was like I was a young boy, so it was like 2008, 2007. One of them shits.
I was graduating high school,
and then homeboy went on a. There was first of all Syracuse up by like 30, dog. Like they bust their ass. This dude comes up, tries to do like a windmill, misses, and then looks back like at the bench, like. And they made a gif of it, and it was perfect, bro. If anyone in the chat could find that gif, I will Venmo you $10. That shit is, you have to. It is the most beautiful play of basketball because you never seen a dude miss it and look at the bench like, damn, dog, I really just missed. That shit is crazy. That shit is nuts. Yo, bro, that shit is college basketball is another beast, man.
That's so good. Oh, yeah, here it is. Thank you, Nerdbird. He said it was a deep threat. Iguodala found out he was old mid-dunk. I will say, Kelsey and I watched that game, and Kelsey's a huge basketball fan, but I don't know the last time she watched a Warriors game. And she was like, halfway through, she was like, why is Iguodala shooting so much when he's that open? Like, if he's that open, he's probably not a good shooter. I was like, you're right. You're right.
Knowing the game.
You're not wrong.
Shout out Kelsey. Shout out
Open
Kelsey
for a reason.
The Warriors, we feeling like, is this just like the honeymoon phase of him coming back? You think there are going to be any road bumps, or do you think they're deep enough as a team to kind of like, give Klay like 20, 25 minutes a game and rest him on back-to-backs until – I mean, they're only the number one seed, so like –
right,
or tie for the one seed, so –
I think that's what's great about it, right? They don't need him to play 35 minutes. They're not like, oh, shit, we need to make sure we get home court advantage in the first round or something. They can be like, hey, Klay, even when you weren't here, we've lost 7 games or whatever it was, So I think they're in like pretty good shape to just like, what did they do last night? I think they played him in 4-minute bursts, right? So he started the game, he played 4 minutes, and then like would sit the rest of the quarter. I mean, I guess you can like slowly stretch that out until he's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're already balling. They should be patient.
Yeah.
Because they only really have one threat, if you think about it. It's the Phoenix Suns. So it's like, as long as they're like patient, let my son get back to what he was, it's gonna be all right.
It's true.
That's true. I didn't even think like they really don't have a threat until the second round of the playoffs is when they might get challenged. But otherwise, it's just be healthy and be the Warriors and just cruise through the second half of the season.
Yeah, right. Because the only weird thing they could run into is if all of a sudden the Lakers got healthy and right, and they're the 8th seed, right? And you get them in the first round. But I'm not holding my breath. I don't hold my breath. Did you see there was highlights or some clip? Yes, I saw on Twitter. Actually, Jeb Bush. I love that I'm saying. I know you guys aren't in the Discord, and I just like say these names like they're real people's names. But he shared a clip of LeBron was like yelling at the entire Grizzlies team for talking shit because they were just getting smoked. They were like down 20, and LeBron was getting like mad that they were talking shit to him. And it's just like, oh man, we're old man, get off my lawn vibes.
Yeah. LeBron has shown a lot of old man, and also I think he's like, and not even in the terms of like he's 37 and aging. I think he's like, I'm tired of having to be the best player. Fuck y'all. He's mad at his team, so he's old man and everybody. Because LeBron had a great game, and no one else did.
Yeah,
literally no one else.
I mean, not to make it about improv, but that is what it reminds me of when like you see these young teams, which we all were at one time, right? And you show up to the theater, you're like there early, you want to hang out after, and then like you see the people in their like mid to late 30s who show up like 5 minutes before and then dip the second the blackout happens. Like, yeah, I didn't come to hang. I did not come to hang. LeBron is not here to hang. He's like, I'm trying to get wins and I'm trying to go home to my family.
You know what really got LeBron upset? When my son Ja violated the shit out of his teammate, boy. Dude. This man did. First of all, how you catch the shit like this? He caught the shit like this, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You could have just. He said like this, dog, like the emoji. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Yeah. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit. Look how disrespectful this is. Dink. Let me catch that. He caught it, then smacked it down.
Yeah, the only reason he didn't come down with the ball is because it hit the backboard and it came out of his hand. Also, his head hit the backboard.
I know this shouldn't be the takeaway, guys. What the fuck was Avery Bradley doing?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Avery Bradley thought he had some shit, boy. He was not expecting that block, bro. He thought he had some shit.
He thought he had one defender on his hip. He's going to the rim. He's about to put this nice high arching. Because he put it on the right corner, like outside the square, just like they tell you, so it can get that rotation.
Nah, Avery Bradley has entered the Mike Zakarian phase of his career where you shouldn't pass either 3-point line. You live between the 3-point lines. Like, come on.
Yo.
Kunk City, which feels like a weird name to say out, but who retires first, LeBron or Brady?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I don't watch football, but he's like winning like a lot. So what did it? You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna be doing this shit.
I think you're not getting rid of these dudes.
They're just here forever.
How much rings Brady got? 9 or 10?
No. Seven, I think, right? Or no, eight, right?
Eight.
He got 3 and 3. So he got six with the Patriots, 7. So he's got 1 with the Bucks.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. He could fuck it. Respectfully, the next one that man wins, he should. That's I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Look, they're probably in the text chat. They taking the same weird medicines probably. Although Brady be on that TV12 stuff.
You really think they be doing shit? I don't think so, man.
You think it's just to sell stuff?
I think they just care about their body and shit. Like, I don't think like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't think like people like, I put LeBron and Brady in the same category as like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's like 36, sunning niggas.
I don't think he's doing anything illegal. I think he's doing things you can't do.
For sure. Yeah, of course. My bad. I thought you meant juice. Yeah, of course.
No, I don't think he's like juicing. I think they just have like some weird treatment. You're like, if you saw it, you're like, what the fuck is that?
The fuck? Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
Brady hasn't had like sugar in 15 years. Like you know what I'm saying? He's like only eating Leafs. Chris Paul too, though. I mean, Chris Paul is. I feel like we don't talk about him enough either. The fact that he's like 37 and still good.
He's giving us 14 and like 10.
Yeah,
it's fucked up because he's truly gotten to. You've done everything else but win the championship, so now we're just gonna not be impressed by that he turned Phoenix into like a team.
I know this is going out of order, but I want to throw. Yeah, who cares about order? This is like a new thing where we started having a rundown. Which good shout out to us. We did it like 3 times in a row before blowing it up. let me throw a trade at you right now, and this. Justin, this will be actually. Let's get a little drop in here because if we're gonna talk,
real quick before the drop, I just wanted to say on the same day that Klay Thompson got back, Rodney McGruder got traded from the Pistons.
that is the perfect intro for
Detroit basketball. Detroit basketball.
It's so good. You proud recipient of Bowl.
Yeah. I'm excited. Name wise, game wise, I don't know, dog. Thon McCurr, Sekou Demboya. I'm getting this all these projects. I'm not trying to. I guess they all have. That's fucked up. I put him in a list with those two. But still, like
I want the record to show I would be kicked off the internet if I said that.
No, but they're both like skinny power forwards that we got, and they were terrible. So
yeah, you gotta grab Taco next.
Bo can shoot, and you know what? You know what? Look, this is already way too much time on this trade. No one's talking about this trade that much. But there was a point 5 game stretch that Sadiq Bey was averaging 25 and 15.
And Diallo.
Yeah.
Diallo's nasty right now.
Yeah, we're just like a team full of 8 people. So I think Bo can, make his name in the league, maybe average 5 points a game.
Make a name in this league and average 5 points. You're cold-blooded, dog.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
You gotta see. That's true. That's true.
You know what? I can guarantee Bo is better than Killian Hayes. Jesus Christ.
Somebody described him with like oven mitt hands or something this week on Twitter. Which is like brutal if you're a point guard. That's just brutal. Wait, hold on. So I want to throw a trade.
Doing trades, I would trade Killian Hayes for anything.
Ready? So I don't know. Have you guys been watching Jalen Smith ball at all for the Suns? So the Suns were without DeAndre Ayton and JaVale McGee. So they were starting this guy, Jalen Smith. It's his second year in the league. He didn't play at all last year. And he's looked awesome. He's been at 20 and 12, just going crazy. You trade Jalen Smith, some picks and whatever shit you need to throw in there for Jeremy Grant. Then you get Jeremy Grant on the Suns, who takes over Jay Crowder's old ass's role. And now all of a sudden you can play big with Ayton. You could also play weird with Jeremy Grant. It gives you more wings, more defenders. I don't know. Because I feel like the Suns legit. I know the Warriors, we love the Warriors, but I feel like the Suns have a legit shot. And if they upgraded something like that, all of a sudden, I don't know. You take Crowder's minutes and make them Grant minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
That's interesting. That sounds like money.
They have good wings, though. I guess none of them are Grant, but they get by with Cam Johnson and the rest of the team. So the big men are where they struggle. Like when Aiden's out, they usually eat shit. But if keep Smith for depth, or is it Grant? Grant can put us right there at the next.
Yeah. I think they do need one more, right? Because Cam Johnson's still really good. I guess Cam has he been starting over Crowder now? So maybe not. Maybe you're right.
I think he comes up. I think he just plays that position or plays that role.
Yeah. I just think Jalen Crowder's trash. Jay Crowder.
We know what he's talking about. Yeah,
you're right. We went off.
They brought in Bismack Biyombo, so
they
do need big man.
That's because Ayton and McGee both were in health and safety, so they were down to they had no bigs left. But Bismack came in, and that's how good Chris Paul is. Bismack Biyombo was out in the streets for a year and a half. Chris Paul comes back, all of a sudden Bismack 15 and 12, no problem.
No, you know how happy he is. The garbage teams he was on. Was he on the Bobcats?
He was on the Bobcats
for mad long. Bobcats for mad long.
Yeah, he was on the Raptors. Was he on the Raptors championship run?
He was 15-16 season.
Oh, no,
you had me what the fuck?
I was way off.
I thought he was deep in the bench. I didn't even know.
Yeah, there we go. Top Shot Tesla, famous Raptors fan. Lowry at Bismack paid.
But look, as a Pistons fan, I love to take Jalen Smith. Give us all the young talent. His team is garbage. Give us any good young player. And no, Steve, they don't even compete anymore.
Poor man Ben Simmons.
There's actually, do you know Orlando's actually in last place right now? Justin's other favorite team. They're in.
Who is on Orlando besides
every single guard you can think of? They got every single guard.
Swear to God, they still got Mo Bamba.
I think isn't Michael Carter Williams on Orlando?
No, Michael Carter Williams, Markelle Fultz, R.J. Hampton, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony.
Real talk. I thought Michael Carter Williams didn't have a job, dog. I thought it was over for him.
Yeah. You see, he's still in the leagues. Hey, yo, I know we're hopping around.
That's okay.
Jalen Suggs. You said his name, and I straight up was like, "Oh shit, he was drafted this year,
bro, son."
He hasn't played. He hasn't played in 2 months.
Okay.
I think he did he break his. I don't know. Yeah, I forget how he got hurt. Oh yeah, I forgot about Gary Harris. You're right, homies. Yeah, he got hurt. That's too many guards, though. Like that is too many guards. That's too many. You can't have 11. All right. What was actually next on our rundown after I blew that up? I'm sorry about that. Oh, Lance Stevenson.
New York's finest,
Lance
baby.
Stevenson.
New York's finest, baby. Come on, man.
The confidence to be out of the league and then come back and immediately bring back a signature celebration. That is next level. That's the confidence of someone that would steal your laundry.
Yeah,
That's
like, you know what? There's something to that. That's the energy you need. Just to be like, oh, I haven't been in the league in 2 years. I'm gonna show you I'm the best player in the court. That's my mindset. I'm not even gonna show you I'm gonna show you I'm better than people.
And he honestly he does. Like he comes in, he gets 20 points.
20
like
points in the first quarter. He had the bench jumping up and down. Half them dudes wasn't on the team last time he was in Indiana, and they were still like, "Let's go, Lance."
That's a fact.
It's incredible. Yeah. So Lance, and then Kyrie's back now too. And I mean, I think he's only played 1 or 2 games, right? Because he can only play away games. So he's back tonight in Portland, and there's no Harden tonight in the Portland game. Harden's going to sit, so it'll be curious to see what Kyrie does. But I don't know. I feel like it's hard to get a read on the Nets. You know what I mean? Like I feel we haven't seen them play or anything.
I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna come super clean. It's because nobody wants them to win. Like I think the time when people wanted them to win, that time has sailed, and everybody thinks the Bulls is cute. Kyrie's a villain. James Harden was playing like a mark-ass buster because the rule changed, and Kevin Durant's always Kevin Durant. So I feel like they're just not a likable cast. So everyone's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now let's say they got the ring last year. They made it to the end last year. Everybody be gassing them. Whoop whoop. There's not You know what I mean? But then Kyrie gotta sound like a Republican. You feel me? James Harden gotta eat mad chicken wings. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like. That's why you can't get a read because you don't want to get a read.
Right. I would love to see like an out of shape game just between Harden and Luka. Do you know what I mean? It's like 2 of the best players in the world while also looking like they just couldn't finish like gym class.
Absolutely dominant. Oh yeah, they're gonna be problems at whatever 40 and up pickup runs they're in. I can see Luka coming in like a massive European dude, just absolutely bogging.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Time Shot Tesla. What is going on here? Just had all the charges dropped in a DWB incident. I kept reading that as Dave Matthews Band. I was reading that as DMB.
No, that's not what that is.
That's not DWB. And 2 of the last 1.5 years of the fuck. Hey, listen, congrats, man. Congrats. That's wild for you to throw us $2 for that. But that thank you for doing that, man.
Why'd you throw us $3?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, yo, beat the Chargers. Shout out to beating the Chargers.
That's a fact. Beat the Chargers. Oh, look, coming to the big 3 is mad disrespect. Mad disrespect. Oh, yo, shout out my man for that one.
That was wild. But yeah, I'm with you, Steve. You're right. I think like if they had gone deeper last year, maybe we'd be talking about it a little bit more. But I have like a tough time. We just haven't like seen them play together. It feels like they're not playing well, and yet they're just like a half game or a game behind the Bulls. So like they're clearly still right there. But it's kind of weird.
In the East is like the Bulls are the fun upstart. Like, hey, this team is good. The Bucks are the champs, and Giannis is lovable. Like Giannis is in that zone where he's like roses and rainbows right now. So it's nothing you can do. And then every star in the Nets, it's just been around for a minute. They're all together, like you said. It's just not a favorable thing for, I guess, the general public.
No,
and hell, not even New Yorkers. They're still the second most favorite team in New York. So
it is crazy. Like no one gives a shit about them here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
It's not
wild. They wear Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We was raised on the Knicks. Like even all the years we was asked, we was like, fuck it, we gonna fuck with the Knicks. So it's like it's not that crazy. It's like, oh, you just got here in Brooklyn because some rich Russian dude and my son Jay-Z is like, we're not gonna fuck with. And they was asked for mad long.
Yeah.
So imagine if they was asked for mad long, and then now you want to talk about, oh yeah, they're Liddy. You gonna look crazy.
That's true. That is true.
All the Nets fans are 12 right now. They're the kids who grew up with the team actually in the city. So like, you know, in 10, 20 years, they'll probably have a bigger fan base. But right now, it's just like, I grew up on the Knicks. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. I'm excited. I kind of almost want to hit fast forward. Like I'm ready to get into the playoff race now. I want to see 7 games between the Nets and somebody good. Instead of like an afternoon game against the Spurs like yesterday, or tonight they're playing the
good
Blazers.
game. Good
Dude,
game.
it was a good game. Oh man, I really have become a Spurs fan.
So, somebody put in the chat, but yeah, the Cam Thomas fan club, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cam Thomas. He also is dressing like he played on the Nets in the 90s with the short shorts and that little mustache. Anytime you're like a young black dude with that little mustache, you immediately look like you were moving in the 90s. He looked like he was playing with Kendall Gill, and he's out here balling.
Shout out Kendall Gill. What a pull. That was a great reference. Hell yeah. Man, I fucking love Kendall Gill.
Kendall Gill and Kerry Kittles, bro?
Yes.
You can tell me Kendall Gill, Kerry Kittles, and Cam Thomas. Like,
the way you describe Cam Thomas, though, he might have been like hooping on your team against Steve.
No, he was one of the only Nets players to show up against the Bucks game. I went to, and then against the Spurs, he won the game.
Yeah, he's great. I love him. I love Cam Thomas. Yeah. All right, what else we get over here? We're all over the place tonight. I love it.
Wait, do we just kind of briefly skipped on Kyrie? It's just like,
man, we didn't fuck Kyrie. Fuck him. Oh, he could dribble. Fuck Kyrie, bro. You know who else could dribble? Stephen Curry. Dude's lovable. He's crushing it, bro. Yeah. Fuck Kyrie, bro. Tired of this bullshit.
Listen, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm team Kyrie. I'm team. Oh my god, I'm team Curry. I almost said team Kyrie.
Yeah. I hope Kyrie keep fucking his life up, because I was so tight when motherfuckers was like, "Oh, Kyrie better than Curry. He shot the shit in his face and he won." As if my son LeBron James didn't go Super Saiyan 6. Relax, bro. Relax. Relax.
This almost has to be a segment moving on every week where Steve just goes after an all-star.
Like real talk, I don't hate Jokic. You get me tight when you talk about how good Jokic is. I don't like Kyrie Irving. I don't want to see Kyrie Irving play basketball. I don't want to see him in public. I do not like Kyrie Irving. He sucks. But Jokic is cool, but you be blowing him up crazy.
I like that you were like, it's not that I don't like Jokic, I don't like you.
Nah, you be like, you be going crazy. The dude would have like 12, 8, and 9. You'd be like, oh my God, it's just so graceful. I'm like, fam, what?
12, 8, and 9. Get that shit out of here. He's a 2020 machine.
Fuck Jokic.
2020 and 8.
And 8, thank you.
But is there anything we didn't get to yet that we wanted to?
Oh, we got more stuff. Well, okay, so Kung City says Kyrie's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, yeah, of course, but I just I think we have all come up with, we all know how good Kyrie is, right? Like we all see how talented the dude is and how good he can be. And then we've just seen him be a fucking disaster, where it's just like someone so talented, but you're like, oh, I can't work with you because this is gonna ruin my shit. Like this is gonna affect me outside of the workplace. And that's like, I don't know. I'm sure him and KD are still tight, but if you like gave KD some laughing gas or some truth serum, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, that kind of sucks, huh? That kind of sucks that he didn't play half of the year. And I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm not here trying to tell you Kyrie Irving or Jokic suck at the sport. I'm not even trying to tell you that. I'm just saying I don't like him, dog. I'm not talking about no Hall of Fame. I'm not talking about no shit like that. I'm just saying I don't like him, dog. So it's not blasphemy. It's my opinion, homie. You feel me? Just like you might not like water. Water tastes good, though. You feel what I'm saying, bro?
Water.
Hey, yo, Mike, there's people who don't drink water, dog.
Fam, when I found this shit out, I was like, how do you not like water, dog? Like that shit is
what are we talking about?
Like,
bro, you think I'm like, bro? I'm not. That's not a bit. There's people that's like, how do you just drink water with your breakfast? My G, what? What the fuck are we talking about? Yo, people was crazy.
Big sugar, dog.
Justin know what I'm talking about.
I feel like you guys had a different conversation without me, but are talking about it like I was there. Has there been this like water convention that you guys have been?
Yo, man. Hey. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but you know what I might be right on? The Memphis might be third place,
dude. I wish, man, we should have cut that up. Like, for those of you that weren't here last week, Steve's hot take for the rest of the season was that the Grizzlies were going to surpass the Jazz, and it's been 7 days, and they are now a game back from the Jazz. Like, Steve Stradamus.
You know, it's wild too. The Jazz are 7-3 in their last 10. It's just the Grizzlies are 9-1.
They don't lose.
They're not losing right now. So
The Grizzlies sat Morant 2 nights ago against the Clippers, and they're like, "That's fine. We'll just beat the shit out of Clippers without them." They're so good, man. They're like so fun.
The one thing though is like they lost Dylan Brooks.
For a little while, right?
For a little while, I think like 3 to 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that might knock them down. But then again, they were winning without Ja, so and they have Desmond Bane, they have that. So
Desmond Bane is so fucking good.
Shout out my man, right? It's crazy, right? Shout out my man.
Yeah.
Shout out my man.
Again,
no idea where he came from.
I know.
It don't even matter, man. He's just happy to be there. He's putting up buckets.
Like last 5 for 7 last night from 3. Like just chucking. Oh, that team, that team, that's like the new League Pass team. They are what the Mavericks were supposed to be. And now I never want to watch another Mavericks game. Like, just give me the Grizzlies every time. And they bust the Lakers' ass, too. Like, that's what they do. Every time they play. Well, I guess they lost the first one. But the last 2 have just busted the Lakers.
Well, because can't nobody guard Ja.
No.
Or any of them, really.
I just hope whoever they play at 6, because the 3 and 6 position is always tricky, because like you get a 6 seed team that's like actually popping, like actually lit. So I hope like if they do stay on to 3rd, they play like a team they could like beat to get into the 2nd round.
I mean, if I'm not, go ahead, Justin.
I was just to say the West is it's top heavy this year. The rest of the West is not good.
Who's 6 right now?
The Nuggets.
But Jamal Murray, does he come back in April?
Does he?
Maybe.
I mean, it's not good news to anybody in Memphis. I'll tell you that. That Canadian boy be putting up buckets.
Yeah, I will say, if I'm the Grizzlies, though, I'm probably not scared of anybody. Like, I think they could beat anybody.
Yeah, I think so. And they were balling with Utah last year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they were putting up a fight. I think they are that team that is if they make the Western Conference Finals, you probably we'd be disappointed because we don't get Suns Warriors, but you wouldn't be surprised. No, I think that's where they are at this point. Where it's like, it's possible. Just a couple of good bounces, a couple of good games, they're right there.
Yeah, I'm with you. Wait, we're going back to Luka for a second in the chat. So Zion's getting killed for not being in shape. He can't even play. Meanwhile, Luka is definitely not anywhere close to peak condition. Yeah, the Luka stuff is weird, man. I mean, I know he put up like 26, 14, and 14 last night or the other night. But yeah, it is a little weird that I just don't get it. I don't understand how that works. Like, how do you? Oh, we already talked about this. Just how does that happen that fast?
Yeah,
you know,
chips and beer is crazy though.
Chips and beer,
it's just crazy.
You drink more water, apparently.
Yeah, some people don't like water, dog.
Hey, but no water, still breaking the Bulls streak. So
yeah,
it's true. They did. They beat the Bulls.
That's crazy.
And the Mavs are not surging. The Mavs have won some games. They're still like a bottom of the playoffs West team. They'll be on the road, but
yeah.
They're at least looking solid-ish.
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen all these trade deadline rumors. Half them shits, to me, don't make no goddamn sense. But there is one that I've seen that I think shall benefit some team in the NBA. And I've seen that not only are they trying to trade Darren Fox, but they're also trying to trade my son Halliburton, or however you say his name. Fam, you traded both of your guards that start? That's the shit y'all on? Somebody got to swoop in, bro. If that is real, if Sacramento is putting these 2 pieces up, that got to benefit somebody out there, dog. It's not like they're complete busters. They could ball. That is insane to me.
With Halliburton, too, they were talking about moving?
Bro, both package, bro. I seen some shit where it was those 2 for Jaylen Brown. And then another thing was like, we're never giving up Jaylen Brown or some shit. And then it was like those two for some bullshit in Philadelphia. Like, yo, bro, it's literally every trade that has to do with the Kings is literally those two. And I'm like, yo, that is insane.
If I'm trading, I wouldn't want those two. I would like give me Halliburton and something else. You can keep Fox.
What's wrong with Fox, bro?
He's a scorer, and that's pretty much.
Yeah. Fox has been weird this year, man. Like, and he hasn't even been a consistent scorer. I'm with you though. Like, Halliburton is so good. I think if the Kings trade Halliburton, I don't know what the fuck are you trying to do. Like, this reminds me when it's not an exact correlation of like when the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts, but like the whole goal is to get somebody who's going to be like a young star for the future, right? Like that's like, especially if you're a shit team in like a market nobody cares about, that's who you got. You got Halliburton. That's like, he's supposed to be this young budding star. When Fox has been out, he's been way better than Fox at the point guard. Like, he's so good, they're just like, fine, we'll have you play two guard instead of point guard. But like, if you trade him, what the fuck's the plan?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's.
I mean, it's the Kings though, so
yeah. I think at this point they're for real. Like, fuck it. Like, we gotta blow this shit up because we're not even getting close to like being an 8th seed. Like, you know what I mean? So they're like, fuck it. But I was just reading that shit like, damn. Then I read they're trying to give Westbrook to the Jazz. They're trying to give Westbrook to Philadelphia. Then another article goes, nah, man, that man ass. We don't want him nowhere. I'm like, where did Brook go wrong? How did he get this bad, bro?
Westbrook?
Bro, that nobody wants him?
Well, Steve, think of it like this. Take the top 6 teams in each conference. Like, who needs that? Who would need to benefit from a Russell Westbrook? A lot of good guards in the league right now. A lot of great guards who also don't cost you $40 million, who also don't come with like Russell Westbrook baggage, energy, and just in terms of like he's a star or former superstar that is like it probably expects a star will bring some form of media frenzy, all of that.
I think you said it though, Justin. Like, Steve, when you're casting your music videos, like you can have me come do it, or you could pay $50 million for Jake Gyllenhaal to come do it, or whatever it is. And like we can do what we're trying to do here without spending $50 million on Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what everyone's doing. It's like we don't.
What a wild one.
We don't.
Hey, Mike, I feel you. We don't gotta talk no more about Westbrook. I feel ya. I
don't need because this music video isn't about you or Jake Gyllenhaal, and the team won't be about Westbrook. We can't be paying $50 million for ancillary pieces, because I think if like Westbrook was on like a decent deal, I mean, it might still not be a good fit for the Lakers, but at least it's not an atrocity. But now they're like, oh, I guess we're just fucked.
Yeah, Westbrook off the bench. Sure.
Maybe.
Like if Westbrook is a 6th man, but then like, I don't know. How better is Westbrook as a 6th man than is going to be wild? Jordan Clarkson.
Wow.
I'm not saying Jordan Clarkson is better than Westbrook, but like in that role, Jordan Clarkson comes in, shoots, mostly gets out of the way. Or he dominates the ball, but it gets in, get out.
Yeah, I also feel like Jordan Clarkson, he threw the ego out the window. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll come off the bench for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all seen this. He did an interview with like some lady, and they didn't even know that he was on the Jazz and she's a sports journalist. So he's like, and he didn't bat an eye. He wasn't tight. He was like, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I get you. He's not better than Westbrook, but I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, man, they're in trouble. I don't know. Wow, look at this comp. Cam Newton.
Wow. Jump shot, bro.
That's pretty good.
That's spot on, doggy. That is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
When the highs are high, they're high. Like he straight up Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Almost Super Bowl champion. Just one of the best running quarterbacks of all time, but also took a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Really wore his body down. And the later part of his career was like, oh, it's going to keep happening. And every time there was a brief moment, a glimpse of like, oh, I'm back. And then he's on the bench.
Cam, like Westbrook, will celebrate in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, even though an L is coming, we'll still get some Superman. Russ down 15 will still rock the baby, even though it's in an L, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Also,
a jump shoot. That's great, man.
they got some great fans online too. Like I think I saw about Westbrook like maybe a week ago was this is the side of Westbrook they don't show y'all. And it was Westbrook with his kids. It was like one of those Westbrook fans. And people were replying like, we didn't say you're a bad father, dog.
Yeah.
He just can't hoop. That's
Yeah.
his fans are at the point where like, man, look how great of a dad he is. Like he be giving back to his community. Like, that's not the point.
Dude, that was even the thing where it was fucking talked about in a press conference. Like, yeah, no turnovers tonight. And it's like, wait, you shouldn't have turnovers all the time. Like
They tell you that like when you start playing basketball, dog. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah. Like legit, your one job, not your one job, but like, come on. God.
Hey, man. We're gonna let that man live. Shout out Russell Westbrook one time. We're gonna let that man live for a little bit.
I will say, Joker Rock says, you tell him, we'll wait.
Hey, look, I think it still could work. I have faith, but I don't have a lot of it.
Hey, did you guys vote for the All-Star game?
Yeah, just for Kyrie and Zaza Pachulia.
Relax. Yo, if you guys could pick one player that you know that's not gonna make the All-Star game to make the All-Star game, what player would that be?
I like this. I think for me, it's gonna be someone that would bring like my type of energy to the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it's going to be TJ McConnell. Like, I think we need TJ McConnell in here, who's going to be picking him up full court. He's going to be doing some weird 18-foot jump, like just trying to get in the pick and roll a bunch. It's probably just like a little too aggressive. Like no one else is going to be excited he's there, you know?
Yeah. I have two. One is Jordan Poole. I would like to see Jordan Poole just because Jordan Poole will be up there like I'm going to get the MVP. Like I don't care who the hell is here. I can see him not. Oh, if he get on a different team than Steph, I can see him trying to body Steph.
Yeah,
that's the kind of energy Jordan Poole brings, and I love that. And then the other one is my man, the protector, Big Brother, the official Big Brother, Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Yo,
dude, that is Justin. That is so good. I want him and TJ on the same team, just so they can just keep going like.
Thanasis is clowning. He clowns and fouls. He's on the sideline getting hype. He's like in Giannis's ear the whole game. He's just there to be like hype man extreme. I love to see him in an All-Star game. He was taking at the end of the Bucks next game. He was taking step back threes, like Harden style. I want to see him doing that in an All-Star game.
We were texting about this during that game, though. I thought for sure KD was gonna punch Thanasis. Like Thanasis was getting in his face like every time down. Was like standing just too close to him, like. And you could see KD was like almost like talking to the ref, like I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Because like if they fixed the problem with the All-Star game is like people don't want to be here. Like they try to change the ending. Get a dude like Thanasis. He's gonna be like, we're winning this game.
Yeah,
we're gonna make this competitive.
Steve, who you got?
You already know who I got, man. I got my homie, the big playboy, Mr. MIP, Mr. Mumbo Sauce on the side, Mr. Fashion Icon. Yes, Kyle Kuzma, baby. My man just had what? 16 and 14 rebounds?
Yeah.
Stop playing with me. Best player in DC since who? Since what? Since psych. Bradley Beal's still here. I'm just joshing. Come on, man. Come on. Kyle Kuzma gonna put in buckets. He gonna give someone a poster. He gonna give you a J, and they ain't gonna pull up looking like, yo, I'm GQ ready. Come on.
I
man.
love that. I love that take. That's the best one. That's great.
Kyle Kuzma's All-Star fits would be great.
Yes.
What's iconic, bro? Iconic, bro.
I think I know we're gonna wrap there, but I think we have to. This is a great question. All right, let's do this the other way now. So what All-Star that's like a shoe-in All-Star can we vote out?
That's fire.
So someone who's definitely going to make it that we're like absolutely not. My answer's locked and loaded. I don't want to go first, but my answer's locked.
I want to see the voting. I need.
I got one, but I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat. But
here we go. Let's go.
I'm like Trae Young. I'm not trying to see that shit. I'm just like I'm not one of those like New Yorkers that's like, oh, and fuck Trae Young. I'm just like, I'm not trying to see that shit. Like, and know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna take another guard, give me like Levine, give me like DeRozan. I'm not trying to see this man Trae Young try to nutmeg someone, be a fake Steph Curry. Like, I'm not trying to see that shit. Respectfully, but I fuck with the Hawks. I don't want no one thinking I hate Trae Young. I don't hate Trae Young.
You can't say that respectfully at the end.
Respectfully. You feel it? But y'all get what I'm saying? We don't need that shit. We're already gonna have Dame and we're already gonna have Steph. We don't need another third bozo shooting half court shots, doing bullshit. Like, nah,
it's taken care of.
Do we need Dame?
Ooh, is that yours?
You might catch more heat than me.
But you know what? Though,
I'm not saying Dame. I'm just saying.
Well, I was gonna say
they're very nice in the West. It's insane. He's like, I'm looking at the voting: Curry, Doncic, Ja, Klay, Booker, Paul, Donovan Mitchell.
Well, this is what I was gonna say. I agree with you. I don't think he's a shoo-in. I don't think Dame's making the All-Star team.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I hope that man makes the All-Star game because I love that dude.
Oh, he's gonna be the best coach in the world.
Yeah, I need his jersey for real.
Yeah.
I'll tell you somebody who I think is actually a shoe-in that I'm like, nah, even though like I'm so happy for this man and he's finally living up to it. But get Andrew Wiggins the fuck out of the All-Star game, bro. I'm sorry. I know they're gonna have to put 3 Warriors in, but we don't need.
No way. Put Jordan Poole in instead. Stan Van Gundy was saying that last night. He was like, Andrew Wiggins needs to be an all-star. And I was like, no, he doesn't. He does not need. Absolutely not, Stan. This is why you got fired, Stan. You can't be saying shit like that.
This is the work. We don't need to put all the team in there. Remember when they put 4 of the Pistons in there. They didn't put Tayshaun in, but they like put all of them in. Like, you can pick some.
They did it with the Hawks. Remember, they like put like the starting 11 in for the Hawks that one year. It was like,
oh yeah, the 61 Hawks.
Okay. First of all, both of those years they deserved it, dog. Ain't nobody and their mother thought the Hawks was gonna be fucking balling, bro.
No, and you know what? When push came to shove, they weren't.
That was only 6 years ago. They won 60 games. Al Horford.
Yeah, it wasn't even Al Horford, boy. Don't forget, my man Zach Efron, Ashton Kutcher, 26 was wilding. He was wilding from 3.
Hey, we don't disrespect Kyle Korver here, dog.
Oh, yes, we do.
No,
we do. Yes, we do. Because you know his family Republican. Yes, we do.
No. During last summer, like he wrote a nice essay in the Players Tribune, and when I did diversity training at my job this year, they had like all these resources, and they were just like academic texts, blah blah blah. And then one of them was Kyle Korver, like an essay from Kyle Korver. Wow. So he's certified. He's more certified than I thought.
Hey, hold on, Kyle Korver. I know you live in New York now. Because I listen to JJ Redick's podcast. My bad, doggy.
He's down. He was like, I learned him. Yeah.
All right. My pick. And I'm honestly disappointed that I thought this was going to be unanimous. We were all going to be on the same page. We do not need to see Rudy Gobert in an all-star.
Fuck! Let me switch my shit up. Forget the trade shit. Yo, please. Everybody in Salt Lake City, stop. Just vote for Donovan. Stop this bullshit, please.
And
we don't want to see this shit.
It's not to say Rudy's not a deserving all-star. I'm sure he impacts the game greatly for a really good team. In the same way that we don't need to see Trae Young because we're seeing Steph Curry, we definitely don't need to see Rudy go. We do not need to see a defensive big right now. Just like let Embiid, let Jokic, let Cat. Give me 2 Karl Anthony Towns than 1 Rudy Gobert.
Nah. You know what? I hate to die. We gotta let the defensive big rock. All right. We let Ben Wallace rock all those years in the All-Star game, going out there and doing nothing. We can let Rudy come out there.
Can I ask you a question? Was Ben Wallace a bitch though?
Nah, not he's Ben Wallace.
Then what we talking about? Rudy Gobert's a bitch. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Come on.
I know
we're smacking fucking mics with COVID. Oh, you're a bitch.
Bro, Rudy Gobert has to be like one of the most hated players in the league.
Well deserved.
The antithesis of Klay Thompson. Right? Like if Rudy Gobert was out for 2 years and then he came back, I promise you Joe Ingles wouldn't be like, I know I can't play tonight, but let me get in there and foul first. So I promise you. I promise Joe Ingles will be like, I'll see you when you get back from the road trip. I also want to say Top Shot Tesla, who asked the question, his initial response, he like before we even talked about it, he was like, Draymond is definitely my choice, which honestly don't hate that either. And I'm like a Draymond fan, but I don't hate that.
I think Draymond is an all-star, but look, just imagine with no context, you go back and look at the stats and see a dude who's averaging like 8 points.
He's like rebounds.
Like, what the hell?
What the hell?
Draymond puts up 2K my player numbers. Like, that's what kind of numbers he putting. When you ain't got all your shit yet, and you like a 72, but you got to keep getting the ball, so you level up. That's the kind of numbers Draymond puts up. He's definitely an all-star, defensive player of the year. He's part of the reason they're best team, but 100% those stats.
I love that. Yep, I'm in. Oh man, that was great. Top Shot Tesla, thank you for that addition to that segment.
Yeah. Also, real quick, do y'all vote for the All-Star game for real? I haven't done it in years.
No.
What?
We should
every year.
We should do it. Yeah. We should do it and release ballots. I don't know if it's like.
Oh, I love that idea.
I don't know if it's like tight enough for it to be that interesting, but I'd be curious to compare our three.
We should do that.
You do this shit by email, so I'll make like another email.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, the voting doesn't make sense anymore. You can retweet and it's 2 votes or something like.
Yeah. I mean, Kyrie's getting voted in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the voting. Remember that? I mean, I made that Zaza Pachulia joke, but remember that year that like. They just decided, like, let's get Zaza in the All-Star game.
And then David Stern was like, y'all have to relax.
Yeah, he's like, we all have boundaries.
Wait, is there anybody wild like that in the list this year?
I mean, Kyrie's played 3 games.
Yeah, Kyrie's wild.
Russ is in there.
Yeah, that one's wild.
I'm looking at the list now. It's kind of the Eastern Conference doesn't have players because Jared Allen is 6th in the front court in vote numbers, and then Derrick Rose is 7th.
Shut the fuck up. Derrick Rose is 7?
Kyrie Irving has 260,000, and Derrick Rose has 230,000 votes.
That's insane. If I was Derrick Rose, I'd be tight.
Tyler Hero has half of Derrick Rose's votes.
Because like
he's a starting guard in 20 a game.
He's not starting, bro. Tyler Hero not starting.
Or off the bench.
Yeah, 6th man of the year.
But they just vote for starters, right? So like if you don't get the top 5, oh no, it's not even that. That's 50% of the vote. Then the coaches have 25 and the players have 25, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Is Ben Simmons in? That's a good question.
Hey, the first person I was thinking of was deadass Ben Simmons because I said that shit last year. Like we don't need to see Ben Simmons in All-Star game, but he hasn't played a game.
You know, it's funny, but he could have got voted for but the Philly fans don't like him, so he ain't nowhere on that list, dog. Darius Garland on that list. They could throw him a courtesy vote, but don't nobody want to see Ben Simmons, even the Philly fan.
Yeah, fuck Ben Simmons.
Bro, Fred VanVleet is in the top 10 of the guards.
Hey, shout out my man Freddie, boy.
Hey, Fred has to be in this year. He's like a lock for me. He's got to be in the All-Star game. He took like 19 threes last night and hit like 10.
That's that Canadian Kush right there. That's
Dude, I love
yo, don't drug test my man because THC is in his piss. But that's my man's Freddie, the Hawk.
Oh yeah. All right, that's it. That's all.
We did it. We did it, y'all. We never do this. Anybody have anything to plug? I don't know why I thought about that. Like, what do we get to plug? What's going on?
I got nothing, man. I'm just chilling.
I don't know. I'm trying to keep my gym streak going.
Okay.
But it's not feeling real good. I got 3 hours. I got an hour to go to the gym.
Oh, it's still on right now. Like you haven't finished.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, guys. Come on.
I don't know. That's the only thing. I guess I have a show maybe next Tuesday. I don't know. Don't stay home.
I know. I'm supposed to host trivia tomorrow. I'm like, why? You know why? But I got to do it. We got to go get some bread. Eat some bread.
Damn, look at these plugs where you're like, here's some stuff, but don't come to this.
Don't come to this. Don't come to this. All right, Steve. I don't know. You might be somebody who has something real to plug. You got anything to plug?
Yeah.
I have nothing. I'm chilling.
No, you get
You know-
shows.
I have one
thing.
show. I have one show January 21st at Brooklyn Brewery called Acid Rest. It's completely free. If any of the 89 Cavs fans in New York City come to the show, I promise you I will get you a free beer. Dead
Oh, look at
serious.
this guy.
IPA, lager, saison. As long as you go respectfully and fuck the Indiana Pacers, that's how I'm gonna know you're a fan, and I got you with a free beer. The show is dead ass free.
I gotta say too, where was it? John Dove, who said like 10 minutes ago, he said 89 Cavs during the Celtics and Pacers game. Thanks for making me stop watching the pain. So there you go.
Shout out, John
Shout out
Dove.
John Dove. Resident Pacers fan, John Dove. All right, man. Steve, get us out of here.
Hey, man, you just listened to the best basketball podcast in the goddamn world. This was 89 Cavs. This is my man, Mike. This is my man, Justin. I'm Steve. May all your jump shots be wet like water. You feel me?